These awkward beginning moments are awkward. Like me. Oh yay, I have one friend. How exciting. It's like the waiting game. I wish I remembered what Jeopardy music was. I would sing it for you, play it for you. I'm not sure how that goes. I can't think of it. It's been like 20 years since yesterday. A lot has been forgotten in this new world I'm living in, called my basement and sweatpants for life. I'm pretty excited about our workout today for a bunch of reasons. Oddly enough, though, one of them is because I can't work out. And it's really fun for me to think of creative ways to work around injuries or physical limitations. So Nerd Coach in me is excited to share with you some unique ways to modify a workout to fit your needs. Oh wait, wrong way, mirror life. See my handy chair over there? It's gonna be my best friend. I'm just feeling a little under the weather, so cool thing is it's not gonna stop me, so I hope it doesn't stop any of you. Give it another minute. I don't know, I was thinking, like, are people working at 3 p.m.? Like, what is life these days for everybody? All right. So before we get started, you don't really need any materials today to work out. It's all body weight. If you're wanting some extra stimulus for your core or to make the core work, we end up doing a little harder. You might want to grab an object. Funny story. I forgot to grab one before the workout, so instead of Lysol wipes today, I have a Lego boat. This is what I'm going to use to work out today. So enjoy that. So we're talking about fitness. Again, this isn't just body gains. Hopefully you do get some fitness, but it's also brain gains. And I was reminded of a saying that's really powerful today while I was at work. Move a muscle, change a mood. So we're all going to do an activity. Good news. I'm the only one who's going to look really silly doing this. The rest of you get to be home by yourselves. But I just want to take a minute, not literally a minute, but I'm going to set a timer. And for 20 seconds, we are all just going to make the grumpiest face we can. Like, every body language thing you're not supposed to do to open yourself up for conversation. What you imagine you look like when you're in your worst mood. We're going to hold that for 20 seconds, which is a long time. So for me, that starts with closing up my shoulders and crossing my arms. By the way, I started the timer, and like wrinkling my face. This is how I look at the news kind of all week. P.S. by the way, like, what is going on? Just kind of sit there. I hope you're as uncomfortable as I am. This is awful. Okay, that's 20 seconds. Whew, torture. Okay, so your muscles are connected to your nerves. A scientist could explain this better. Also, Tony Robbins, he does a good job explaining it. But really, what happens is the way that your body is reminds your body of other times you've been in that state. So if you have a physical posture that you've been in many times when you're grumpy, that physical posture is going to lead to grumpiness. So now I want to just show you how powerful this is with another goofy exercise, which I'm already embarrassed about. But the opposite of being closed is open. So kind of roll your shoulders up and back. You know, open up that heart space for you yoga lovers out there. And put your chin up, maximal airway use. And I want you to grin like something hilarious has happened and see how hard it is to stay in that bad mood we just put ourselves in. Okay, so I'm going to try to smile for 20 seconds. We'll see how this goes. I'm already laughing. Oh, I really hope I'm not the only weirdo out here laughing hysterically with my heart space open. 5 more seconds. Okay, 20 seconds, and I can't keep a straight face because that's the way that works. So that's the lesson today for the whole workout and for our lives. Move muscle, change a mood. So when you're miserable today during the workout, just like smile, fake it till you make it, and maybe you'll enjoy what we're doing. So let's get to that. The first thing I want you to do to warm up is just swing your arms side to side 10 times. I'll go ahead and stand up to make that happen. 10 times. And again, we just want blood flow to your joints. Once you've done that, up and down 10 times. And then your legs, I have to hold on to something, but you're going to swing them 10 times forward and back. And 10 times side to side. Go ahead and switch legs. Do the same thing with your other leg. 10 times forward and back. And 10 times side to side. So then we're going to get to the moves. Today when we go through the warm-up, again, this isn't your workout, so you shouldn't be out of breath. But I want to show you a full range of options, right? So on any given day, you can only work with the fitness that you have. There's no problems about that. And I want to make it inclusive and everybody to be able to get a good sweat going. So if you saw in the post, we are doing alternating on the minute, which means you can work as hard or as medium as you want to. I'm not going to take any effortless work. I don't know. It's not about words, fitness. So I want to show you the different options. The first move we're going to be doing is squats. So regular squat, you just start with your feet hip width apart. So you should be able to draw a line from your hips straight down. From there, I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. You start by sending your hips back, and then you put your knees out to make room for your hips to lower. You squat down, you stand up. Your hands can go over your head wherever you want. So I'd like you to go ahead and do a few squats, but if your knees won't let you do that, you have a couple options. You could do a chair squat, right? Where you're going to put your body weight on the chair, and you're just going to squat down and push up, and you're using your arms. If you're like, Lisa, I squat all of the time, I want to make this harder, when you go down in your squat and you jump, okay? So go ahead and do like 3 of those. And we'll talk about move number 2. We are doing push-ups. So when I say push-up, I want your whole core involved. So no back arching, no slumping. I want you to be nice and tight. I want you to touch your chest all the way to the floor. So what that looks like is hands shoulder width apart. Act like you're in a plank, lower down, and come up. If you're like, Lisa, I cannot do that. Perfect. I'm going to give you a move you can do so that someday you will be strong enough. If you have an object like a chair, you can do your push-ups that way. Remember, keep your elbows in. Or if you don't have something available, you can do chest taps instead. So nice plank position, and go ahead and tap your chest. But if you're like, Lisa, I do push-ups all the time, you can go ahead and do a clapping push-up, which I won't show you because I like my face and I don't want to fall on it. Okay, the next one is high knees. I really want to get your heart rates up today, so that's the purpose of that. If you had a jump rope and space to do it, that might be an option, but most of us don't. So high knees just means I don't bring it here, I bring it all the way up here, and I do it quickly, okay? If you're like me, you're sick today, or you have something going on, you can still get a workout sitting back in your chair and lifting your knees. Still gonna breathe heavy, still gonna use those hip flexors. Okay, last but not least, is a twist. I'm gonna make sure I'm on screen. We wanna work our obliques, so the side of our abdomen, which means we want to twist all the way, right? So this is a partial twist. I want you to twist all the way and touch the floor, and then switch to the other side. That actual touch is the key. Now, if you are new to this, you might sit like I am, or if you want to make it more difficult, you raise your feet, or you straighten them, or if you want to make it the most difficult, you grab an object. Mine happens to be a ship, no pun intended, and you touch. Okay? Questions, leave them in the comments. I'll give about 30 seconds before we actually start the workout. Mo said she loves smiling. It's my favorite too. I'm curious to see if that little experiment works with people who aren't like us, Mo. Like, going through my inventory, who's a grumpy person I can call and see? I love grumpy people too, by the way. All right. Doesn't look like there's any questions. So I'm going to call it out. What's going to happen is I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, go. There will be no music because Facebook copyright laws. Just my heavy breathing. For 30 seconds, you're going to do squats, whatever version of them you enjoy and is good for your body. And then I'm going to say stop. And you're going to rest for 30 seconds. The first time this happens, you're going to be like, Lisa, this is not a good workout, but trust me, by the time we get 4 minutes in, you're going to be thankful for that 30 seconds because it's going to allow your body to restore. You're going to go much faster and quicker on that next chunk of 30. So the name of today's game is to really maximize and push those 30 seconds and then spend the next 30 breathing and resting and preparing you to go fast again. Okay? That's going to be better to spike and lower your heart rate than to have a steady heart rate all the way through. Okay? Anyways, long story short, 30 seconds of squats. You're going to rest. And then you're going to do 30 seconds of push-ups, whatever version works for you. 30 seconds of rest. 30 seconds of high knees, 30 seconds of rest, 30 seconds of twist with or without an object, and then rest. And then we're going to go back through 2 more times for a total of 12 minutes. Okay, I'm excited. And let's go ahead and get started with squats in 3, 2, 1, go! I know you're out there thinking 30 seconds isn't a lot, but it's going to get more difficult. Five more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Just kidding. Deep breaths, remember, change a muscle, change a mood. Go ahead. Practice that smiling exercise if you're feeling bored with this first rest period. Get ready for push-ups. We're going to go in 5, 3, 2, 1, and go. Seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Make sure you take big, deep breaths. Next, we're going to do high knees. I'm going to choose the seated version today. Maybe sideways to give you a better view. We're going in 5, 3, 2, 1, go, high knees. Halfway. And next, get ready for twists. Remember, the key with these is to go all the way. That extra little bit is where you really get that workout. So go ahead and go. It's really impossible to not laugh when you're exercising with a Lego ship. Oh, sorry. Sorry, not sorry. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Big deep breath. So that first round usually feels a lot like a warm-up, and it gives you a good gauge. If you're totally gassed right now, slow it down. But if you've got some energy left, I recommend the next round adding some reps to each of those moves, right? Big deep breath. In 10 seconds, we're gonna start with squats. 3, 2, 1, and go. Normally I would squat faster. I'm not feeling good. Still want to move my body though, so today it's not a lost cause. I'm working really hard on form. Maybe that. Today I'm not breathing heavy, but I'm moving my body. I'm teaching it a better way to move. There's always something positive. Like the fact that we have 3 seconds. And rest. Big deep breath. Next we have push-ups. Again, if you're working on quality today, what I really want with a push-up is this elbow to touch your rib cage, to stay nice and tight. Work those triceps. We got 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and push-ups. Seconds. And rest. Important part. I kind of like working out with a chair. This is a great experience. I might add this into my non-sick life when I get better. Big deep breaths, people, right into those lungs. Open them up just like we did in the beginning. 5 seconds to high knees. 3, 2, 1, and go. Don't forget to breathe. Those babies. I guess this time the only other object I have is a car. I'll try that. I feel like all I need is a plane and a train, right? Planes, trains, automobiles. I don't know, I'm showing my age. Anyways, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and twist. If you're like me taking a break, that's fine. Just get right back to it. Or change to another version so you don't have to stop. Just hang on. We got 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Big deep breaths. Remember, Change a muscle, change a mood. If you're feeling scared for this last round, smile about it. Make it happen. 10 seconds, we're gonna squat. 3, 2, 1, and go. Remember, you can add a jump if you want a little extra, or you can use a chair if you want a little less. Your call. Just keep moving for 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Big deep breaths and get ready for push-ups. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. Seconds. And pause. Big deep breaths. Last set of high knees. Remember, this is where I really want you to get your heart rate going. So nice and fast. Seconds. Big deep breaths. Fill your abdomen. Get some air in there so you can spend it all on these high knees. 3, 2, 1, and go. Trying to practice what I preach. Come on. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and breathe. Let's see. We've used a ship and a card. We'll go with cocoa butter for our last round of twist. You can always grab a weighted object if you have one. When you're working out at home, that works too. 3, 2, 1, last set of twists. How many can you get? Ten seconds. And rest. Nice job. Go ahead, take some deep breaths, grab some water, and then we'll sit through some stretches. That was fun. I was a little worried about working out, being out of breath, and not feeling tip-top shape. That's life, right? We're not always our best selves, but as long as we show up, that's all that matters. So for our first stretch, I know we want to stretch for the workout. I'm assuming, like me, most of you are finding yourselves sitting down, and that could be wrong, more often than usual, but I really want to stretch your psoas muscles. So for the first stretch, we're going to go down into a lunge. So we got 90 and 90. From there, you're going to push your back leg back. And then you're gonna put your hands on the inside. From here, you can stay like that and kind of push your hip down, push this hip down, or you can drop to your forearms. Big deep breath, go ahead and release, come back up. This time you're gonna put your opposite leg forward. You got 90 degrees, push that back leg back. Put your hands on the inside of your foot, so inside that knee. And if you want to, go ahead and drop down. From here, I don't know what's the best angle to show you, but what I want to stretch is your forearms and your wrist. So you're going to turn your fingers down, push that on the ground. If it hurts, lean forward, right? Take some of that angle off. But slowly try to walk back. Some of you might even be able to sit right down. I really struggle with that. But find a position where you can get a nice stretch. And then be gentle as you release it. I'm actually going to flip them over. Same thing. This time the tops of our hands are flat, our palms are facing us, and we're just going to try to lean back as far as we can. And be gentle as you release. Shake it out. This time I want to stretch this piece in between your thumb and your forefinger. So basically what we're going to do is push it down onto the ground, separating our thumb, just to get a little stretch there. I like to do it sideways, but you can do it backwards, forwards, or whatever way works for you. Kind of just stretch that part of your wrist out. And then last but not least, I want to stretch this kind of muscle that connects your body right here. You sit with both legs out in front of you. You're going to pull one leg in. The same arm as the straight leg. You're going to grab the inside of your foot. And grab that. That's for leverage. Then you're going to twist open towards the ceiling and lean over. You can reach up. You can put your hand behind your head. You can reach forward. You should feel that big stretch kind of along the bottom part of your rib cage. Go ahead and release. Switch to the other one. So feet straight, pull your opposite foot in. It's kind of just for leverage. The arm, that's the same as the straight leg. Grab the inside of your foot. Pull yourself in, open up towards the ceiling. And if you want, you can take this other arm and stretch it up, or place it behind your head or in front of you. Just make sure you're opening towards the ceiling. Okay. I did go a little long today, so won't take up too much time, but call to action. Move a muscle, change a mood. So if you're feeling down or grumpy or blah or meh or whatever negative feeling you're not real stoked about, move a muscle. Force yourself to smile for 20 seconds, see how long that mood stays. But if you're not into that, or maybe you're in public and you don't want to look a little wild, you could just go for a walk, right? Moving those muscles, changing your mood. You could replay this workout or find an at-home workout somewhere on the internet and use that to change your mood. So just remember that. move a muscle, change a mood, stay awesome, and I will be back here at 3 p.m. tomorrow, hopefully with some of you. Have a great day, friends.